Hello and welcome to another update video about Litecoin. Here for Litecoin, I think we still have a good case to make that we are here in this sort of third wave to the upside that we discussed already in the last video. Since the end of December, we've been rallying further here in a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That, in my opinion, completed another wave 1. Then we came down here in an A, B, C structure, which completed most likely a wave 2. We then rallied again in what I think could be a wave 1 of that third wave, and we are currently coming down in what seems to be a corrective wave structure. So we've got a valid 1-2 setup here. This could indeed be over. The low could be in for this one. It's not necessarily high confidence because of the strong retracement we've seen here today. It should really imminently turn around then. I mean, then we could possibly count it as a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, but I don't think it will hold. It should really rally now in the third wave then, just to show you. I mean, again, always bear in mind, this is micro counting, but here, possible wave 1, here wave 2, we could then rally further. But to do that, first of all, it needs to hold the last low, which was at 91.80. Let me just make it a bit larger. It's basically, 91.80, and it needs to break above the wave 1 high. Going above 95.40 would be a confirmation that we are in the third wave here in orange, and then we can talk about a target for that third wave as well, and we'd be talking about round about $98 as a minimum for this third wave, and then obviously cascading higher from there. So we have a case to make that the move down could be finished because it's a complete A, B, C structure. However, there's always an alternative count, especially on the lower time frames. Could also argue that what we've seen here was a slightly different count, and that we had, let me just rethink that, A, B, that I move the B wave here. That's a possibility, And then I could say we actually came down here in a 1. This was a wave 2. This was the 3. This was the 4. And we get one more low in a wave 5. Possible. We would then break briefly below the support area. But as you know, hopefully, such a 1-2 setup is not really going to be invalidated until it really breaks below the 88.27 level in this case. So it's an ideal turnaround space, going down to the 78.6 retracement. If it drops below that, it might hit here I think that's the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average, and then have another chance to turn around there if we do this as a fifth wave here to the downside. So these are the two possibilities, either getting one more low or the low is already in. I think we have a good case to make here that we had an impulse to the upside in 5 waves, currently a 3-wave move down. Ideally, it's holding the last low. Normally, those double bottoms don't really work out, so probably we will see one more low. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the current decline. And if we then really break below 88.27, then it would invalidate this 1-2 setup. What would happen then? Well, then it would... all it would do then really is to reset this wave 2 lower. We would then say, okay, possibly this was just a wave 1. Then we had, an A wave down. This was some sort of a B wave to the upside. And we are now coming down in a C wave and may make a bit of a lower low, maybe in the region of this support area here around the $79, $80 level. So that's the situation where we are currently. Ideally, this is holding now. But this is not something that you would call a long-term entry point or anything, right? That was, for example, this one with this wave degree. That was a sort of long-term entry. This is sort of more, ideally it's turning around here, but it's more like really based on the lower time frames. But it's a possible turning point. If this one doesn't work, then maybe a little lower. As you just saw on the micro count, there is a potential that we drop a little bit lower. And if we drop below 88.27, it invalidates this particular count, and we have to go to the next higher one, which would be a reset of this wave 2, which I had here, and we'll then look at the lower wave 2. I mean, then you can use the fib levels again to measure the larger wave 1, So And then we're talking about here the area probably then between 81.92 and 70.21. Yeah, and this previous wave A low sits sort of in the region around that 50% retracement. But overall, the trend is still up. Even if anything or something happens here on the 1 hour chart, the overall trend still follows nicely the overall count here of an impulsive pattern to the upside. And yeah, you know, you can obviously get these distortions on the lower time frame. Always keep you updated about the lower time frames as well. But overall, nothing has changed here with regards to this, that we are here in a so-called, where do we start here? One, don't know, that wave 1 is missing for some reason. Oh no, 1 second. That this was a wave 1 leading diagonal. We came down in a wave 2, here another 1-2 setup, and then here possible additional 1-2 setup, which might then rally in a third wave. Yeah, so nothing changes here. In the worst case, we will reset the wave 2 for now, but we're not there yet. At the moment, we're holding this low. Okay, and that's my update about Litecoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.